Greetings and salutations. This is Imperator Vespasian and his trusty sidekick.
Hello.
Today we have Persian archers. A lot of them.
Yeah.
The Persians had a lot of archers. Many troops carried bows as well as their normal equipment as well. But these are purpose Persian archers. They're medium. Most of them will be medium troops. But there will be archers from India and various other places. Egypt, or possibly Egypt, not sure. Anyway, archers. Lots of archers. Thousands of them. And the Persians used huge numbers of archers. Why would they use huge numbers of archers?
Easy to hit.
Yeah, you just fire as many arrows as you physically can. And maybe you might injure one guy if you're really, really, really lucky.
Yeah.
On a Thursday. These are Persian archers. There's not a huge amount historically to talk about with these guys. They're just normal bog standard archers. As I said, you can have them of any nationality. These particular ones are medium. The figures are Dark Age warrior figures, and I've just stuck a medium hat on their heads. The officer is from the Dark Age box, and he's just a converted spearman. That's the officer, and that's the signal guy, the flag guy. They're armed with a bow. It is not a particularly impressive bow, but it works. They could fire a considerable amount of arrows for a short period of time, and then their bows break, or they run out of arrows, or their arms hurt so much that it's impossible for them to carry on firing. The idea that you could have an army just firing arrows off willy-nilly is insane.
That's why they invented crossbows.
Yes. Yeah, that's pretty much bowmen. So, they are light infantry, so they can evade, which is always useful.
It's very useful actually. I use it all the time.
And they're equipped with a bow. That's it. That is as interesting. And if they try and fight combat, they instantly die. They don't stand a chance.
They can shoot you as you come in.
Yes, they could.
There you go.
Bows and arrows get a lot of press in the media, in TV, films and stuff. Really, bows aren't that good. That's kind of alright if you have a huge number of them and you're firing at unarmoured troops.
Well, yeah.
Because you're going to get lucky, even if they've got a shield. But against people like the Greeks, you're not really going to do anything to them.
If the Greeks had that amount of bowmen, they could destroy the entire Persian army.
Yes. Yeah, funneled into the hot gates, they'd have been massacred. But you wouldn't have found a Spartan anywhere near a bow. A bow? How dare you insult me! Yes.
Well, they could have won if they had bows.
Well, they did win the war.
Yeah, the Spartans didn't win the war.
But they did.
The Athenians helped a lot.
Well, yeah, everyone helped. It was a kind of a joint effort.
And Spartans in the end joined in, I guess. I mean, they did the fight in the beginning, and then gave up for a bit, and then joined in the end.
Yeah. But it takes a huge amount of time and effort to get the Spartans to make a decision on anything.
Because they're soldiers.
Yeah,
they're trained soldiers.
They sit there and they really deliberate for days on end as to what they're going to do next. It must have been infuriating for the Greeks.
It's not their fault. They are a country with that's an army, an army with a country.
Yes.
And if they decide to go to war, the country's undefended.
Yes.
Because they're an army.
But they leave the women behind. And you try and invade Sparta when it's defended by women. Because Spartan women could fight just as well as the men.
Sometimes better.
Sometimes, yeah. No one with the brain. And also, of course, the Helots. There would be large Helot garrisons if Sparta was ever invaded without the army being there.
Why did it take so long?
The Laconians were just really, really slow at deciding anything. Famously so. I'll have to go into this in the Spartan videos. But the Spartans had the king, and then he had a sort of council of sort of old men who knew what they were doing, people with massive amounts of experience, and these people would try and work out the best way of doing something, and they would spend days on end discussing what all the pros and cons are, and these were very, very experienced people, so they would be thinking of the bigger picture the whole time. So if you had, like Leonidas wants to take Spartan army to the Hot Gates, and then you've got the rest of the council saying, okay, what happens if the Persian fleet arrives? What happens if they decide to come down through Plataea and invade?
See, the soldiers, that's what I think.
Yeah, whereas Leonidas had this plan of just stopping the Persian army at the Hot Gates. But the rest of the council was, there's a lot more to think about here.
That was Athens.
Yeah. Oh no, the Athenians were already committed to war at this point.
Yeah, but they weren't going to join in.
Yeah, I mean, the Spartans would have arrived. It was also a festival as well. So they were having a festival, which is why the army didn't arrive on time. And also the reason that all the Athenians didn't arrive to help the Spartans.
I'm about to say.
Yeah. Right, but anyway.
I bet they were pissed.
Who?
Spartans.
No, they thought Leonidas was really rash.
I mean, I bet they were pissed that the Athenians and no one else arrived.
The Athenians fought the battle the same day. The troops under Themistocles. So the Athenians could always say, well, look, we're doing that. And of course the Athenians helped to evacuate Sparta.
No, them off.
Yeah, so, because Sparta only had 17 ships. Unlike the Lion film.
Yeah.
1,000 Spartan ships around. They had 17 ships, come on. I mean, yeah, they'd have had some, I don't know, garbage scows or something, or maybe a few civilian craft.
Fishing boats,
that sort of thing. Like a Spartan with a paddle just paddling along. But no.
You want to see a Spartan breaking a sweat?
You wouldn't have doing any work whatsoever. It was actually illegal to work as a Spartan. It was against the law to work. I mean, if you dropped something on the floor, you bend down to pick it up. Like a Spartan policeman, they'd be like, "Oi, you! Get a slave to do that." Yeah, very odd country, Sparta. Very odd. Anyway, the Spartans are more interested in these guys. These are just bowmen. They're boring. Questions on bowmen? Go on then. If you have any questions?
Kill bowmen.
Yeah. The bows are rubbish. I am being nasty here, but honestly...
Yeah, come on. When I play a game with these, I'm playing Persians, by the way.
Yeah.
I probably, because it's a game,
yeah,
I'll probably be able to kill quite a lot of your soldiers.
Because it's a game.
Because it's a game.
Yeah.
So, in real life...
yeah, in real life...
you got to get the,
you'd have to roll a 6 and then a 6 in order to hit.
And another 6.
And another 6.
And then another 6 to make sure your opponent doesn't break.
Yeah, whereas everything's done on D6s, so, you know. But in the real world, the Persians did warn the Spartans, the Athenians and the Spartans, we can hide the sun with our arrows.
No, we can blacken out the sky.
With our arrows, yeah. And what was the reply?
I forget.
Then we'll fight in the shade. Oh right. It was actually... well, it's quite a hot day. We'll be able to fight in the shade. It's quite nice of them to bring this for us. And while they were actually under arrow fire, the guy who'd said it actually mentioned it.
And laughed, but,
yes.
But then behind him, one of the Spartans got killed.
They only lost 2 men that day under the arrows. So 300 Spartans.
What were they doing? Like checking out the sun?
As I was looking up, I don't know. But
they're highly trained soldiers. Why would they be?
There's always an idiot. There's always a fool. If you think about it, the Greeks have a... Well, the arrows used by these guys were made out of, if they were really lucky, bronze. Many were stone. They used flint arrows. Then you had bronze arrowheads as well. The arrow isn't that advanced. It usually has 3 feathers for aerodynamics. You fire it, and it then hits a Greek. What's the Greek armed with? Well, he's got a Corinthian helmet or some form of helmet, which nothing the arrow can do to it. So the arrow's going to bounce off the helmet.
All I have to do is that.
Yeah, put your head down.
Fine.
The arrow isn't going to go through the shield. It's going to bounce off. It's not going to stick in the shield. You see the film where the arrows stick in the shield?
Yeah.
No, that don't happen. No, arrows bounce off. It's just bouncing off. It's not
Metal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. It's just going to bounce off a Greek shield. It's not going to stick in like the film. Spartan armour, arrow ain't going through that either. It's remarkably. I mean, you can. There's people who made on YouTube. There's people who made lamina armour, and then they've hit each other with axes, and it's just bounced off. An arrow ain't going through this stuff. You're not doing any damage to it. And bear in mind, Spartans were completely armoured. The only bit unarmoured was the arms. But even then, one arm's got a shield holding the shield, and the other arm you just put behind you or down your side, and nothing's happening to you.
Is that everything on the bowman?
Yeah. Sadly, there's not much I can really tell. They're not a particular unit. They're just normal medium bowmen. I mean, when I get some Egyptian bowmen, then I'll have a bit more to say about that. An Indian bowman, that's going to be fun. But until then, there's not much to say on these guys.
So, if you enjoyed the video, please do like and
Subscribe.
And comment down what you think of the Persian medium bowman. That's everything from me.
And everything from him. Goodbye.
See ya.